droves here in Landover, Maryland.
Set to kick off.
Here's Austin Seibert now to get this one started. And off we go from Northwest Stadium in Landover. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Herbert under pressure, and they got to him again. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble.
And he gets this one down to the 24. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Here's Herbert. They set up the screen for Dobbins. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
2nd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Targeting Dobbins again, and he's got it again. That's good for a 1st down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers working on routes.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out, ready to send it away. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as he'll be backed up to start this drive. They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Back goal 80. Brings up 2nd and 3.
19 Lions. Ready.
Throwing now is Daniels.
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cowboy 80. Cup 19.
Daniels looking to throw.
Can't get away, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
At the 25-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Chargers 7, Commanders 0.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation.
Okay, ready? 60 Bobcat, 60. Here we go. Shot.
To the air goes Daniels. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said, 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Now an option play on 2nd down. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Back to throw here, Herbert. And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Jonathan Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Dobbins running out of the gun. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Dobbins. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. Now they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass 2, both in the arsenal. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Will Dissly, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, oh, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now Daniels. He'll buy some time right. Down the sideline he goes. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
Panther 11. Mustang 19.
To throw is Daniels. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Here's Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Terry McLaurin, 27 yards. And the Commanders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Sliding out of the pocket. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
The touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
To the air again, Herbert. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
And I think he was a little surprised to see the ball sitting out there like that. That's a ball he had a chance to come away with, but it winds up an incomplete pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. Steps away to his left. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. That is caught. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance.
A 47-yard attempt.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. Well, Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, the defense obviously could not have drawn up a better start to the 2nd half. They're holding on to that slim lead, just looking for a stop. Not only do they get the stop, Charles, they get the pick 6.
Another example that life comes at you fast, doesn't it? One play ago, they were defending a slim lead coming out of the break. Now they're one more stop away from thinking about a possible put-away drive.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
2nd and 5. And that one into the hands of Brown downfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The rookie from LSU leading this offense well. A good throw there leads to a 1st down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Man open, here is Crowder. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10, mark him down at the 9. That's good for 28 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Noah Brown, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And their lead cut in half by that touchdown a moment ago. They are up 7 as they begin this drive 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Another run here with Dobbins. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. Still going inside the 20. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. J.K. Dobbins with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now up to 14. Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
That's not about to work, man, the whole time.
Christian Fulton. And they'll start with great field position at the
41-yard
line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think, okay, he's the guy in all the commercials now, right? And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hayden Hurst, 40 yards. And the Chargers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Now after the Dicker field goal, he's back out ready to send it away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Working out of the gun, Daniels. On the catch, it's Crowder. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Warriors 70. Cup 19. Cup 19.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And it's intercepted.
Headshot on the phone, dirt, pussy, bad, not bad, rock. What you don't do from that red dot, run.
It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 79 yards on the ground here for Dobbins, and a 1st down coming up.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That one good for 13 and a Charger 1st. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Right back to Dobbins on 1st. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Hey, go Lion.
They're going to pass here with Herbert. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, LA! Josh Palmer, 44 yards. And the Chargers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us, we're not supposed to pull back ourselves. I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Noah Igbenogany. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick 6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
Now the Washington offense back onto the field. They'll go for 2 here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Well, an interesting finish to this one. They get in the end zone at the end of the game. Then they went for 2. It wouldn't have mattered. The game was over, but they didn't get that 2-point conversion.
I think trying to get the 2 points, that was for pride for them. But obviously the guys on the other side of the ball had some pride too. They stopped the 2-point play, even though, as you noted, it did not matter. So both teams battled to the end.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our
this nigga gonna talk about
You've been watching
he was fucking around the whole game. But talking about he was messing around the whole game. If he was messing around the whole game, he wouldn't have lost his bat. Talk about some I wasn't good or something like that, or I'm not good or something like that. Something like that. It was some weird stuff like that. But yeah, man, he know he trashed. You know, he wasn't interested. But all right, y'all enjoy. Hope y'all enjoyed.